Okay, good evening, guys. Welcome to another class. How are we doing? How have this been? Hope we enjoyed our week and we learned new thing this week. Please, before we get started, I would like to get your reaction in the chat about your week, about your learning process so far. Just give a reaction in the chat. Hmm. This is your stop, abeg. Econ, there was no tax this week. So what was this week tax? Cost. Abeg. All right, only Econ. I think every other person is good to go. Okay, the class. All right. Okay, listen, so mine is too much. Okay. Okay, so if you're ready for today's class, I also like to see your reaction to favorite emoji. Please let's go. Let me send you mine. Okay, everybody's ready. Popstar, I can really relate to that emoji. All right. Jessica. It's all right. We are good to go. Okay. So in our last class we finished our style guide, and today we are going to be looking at responsive design, and we're going to like try and design a responsive website. Yeah. So what do I mean by responsive design? A responsive design, a responsive website, it's a website that adapts to different screen size and devices, right? You can also say that responsive design allows designers and developers to give a custom experience on a device that a user is using. It can actually be your tablet, your iPhone, your watch. Every experience should be suited to a particular device. You have to you have to bear in mind that your users might not really have access to like a desktop. They might not really have access to like a smartwatch. But if it's a website, you actually want your users to also be able to navigate using their mobile phone, using their tablet. That is why it's important to create a responsive design. Every design you are doing as a designer, the ideal thing is for you to, if it's a website, when you're done with the website, you make it responsive across different devices. So the importance of responsive design it ensures um, seamless user experience across all devices, like be it desktop, tablet, mobile, smartwatch, etc. Depending on season. Please don't meet your mic again. Yeah. So this is a good example of what a responsive design looks like. So this is a desktop view. Um, you see everything, the layout remains the same, but now it has adapted to a a device that the user is using, right? So we're going to like try and do a responsive design on our Figma now. So let's quickly go to Figma, and okay. So since we have our design system ready from the last class, so I'm just quickly going to design a website. I actually have a website in mind, but in our next class, we're going to like try and design other screens or websites or even a mobile app. But for today's class, we're just going to focus more on making our design responsive. So I'm just going to pick a frame, a desktop frame here. Um, so let's pick a desktop frame. I'm going to pick desktop. Yeah. So let's name this website. Uh, okay, let's say AD website. Yeah, AD website, education website. Mm, okay. So we from our style guide, we have our grid ready, we have our button ready, we have our typography, we have our status. I think we have our icons. I think we are really good to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my grid here. Pick the desktop grid that we made a style. So the next thing I'm going to do now is there are pictures of a website or a landing page. Yeah, of a landing page. Yeah. So your landing page should have a header, actually help for users to navigate to other pages. Actually have like sessions, different sessions, depending on the kind of website you are designing for. So you sometimes when you land on the website, you see about us, home, resources, depending on what the platform is all about. You know that for different websites, you have different content for it to represent different websites. So I'm going to go ahead now and since we are not graphic designers, so I'm going to quickly um use our text tool here and just create a logo. I don't want to just use logo, so we're going to use okay. Yeah. So I'm going to use our text to create a logo. So since the application we are designing for is an edutech, so this is I'm going to just write the logo with our typography. So I'm going to pick okay. So let's do 33. And I'm going to put it in our black. But I really want this logo to be more like logo. So I'm going to just make it maybe say extra bold and reduce the size. Just depending on what works for you. If you're actually working in a company where they have graphic designers, you can actually come up with your own logo. You can also use the pen too to design your logo. Just because of for the purpose of this class, I don't really want to like do something complex. Yeah, so we just do a quick logo with our text. Next I want to do now, because I really want it to look like logo. So I'm going to use our color that we generated. Okay. So I can actually this is my logo now. The next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to create the different navigation chairs for our website, our landing page. Sorry, I don't know why I keep telling me website. Our landing page. So I'm also going to use my text tool here and I'm going to write home and I'm going to change it to our 14. 14. Some people actually use 16, depending on what works for you. So I'm going to work with yeah. I'm going to work with 14. But the thing I normally do, I normally play around with Boolean property a lot. It actually helps in time of trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and make this um make this an auto layout. Yeah. So let's go ahead and make this an auto layout. So shift A. Yeah. So I'm going to go to our assets and pick like an arrow. It's only when your navigation have more, like some navigation actually have like drop down, but I don't really know what our Edu website is going to look like. So I'm going to change this to 20. Yes. Then this is okay. So I'm going to put it to our black. So in designing, we don't really work with this 000 because it's actually too sharp for the eye. So you have to work with other variation of black that you can find. So the distance between our home and our icon is actually 10, which we don't really want because we're working with multiple of 4, multiple of 8. For me, I've already started like that, so I had to like continue for now. And then next time if I'm doing another design system, I will. So next I want to do now, I want if the user is on home, on the home page, it should actually like indicate the home page should actually like be different from other pages. Maybe it's emphasis, or it can actually be like making the text bold or making the text with a line. So I'm just going to go ahead now and add like a stroke. You can actually just make this text to stand out by making it bold instead of regular. So I'm just going to go ahead and add like a stroke. Then I'm going to come here and customize it to bottom. Yeah, I'm going to change the stroke color. Okay, I think I good to go. Let me change this to our black so that it will be black across. No, no, no. Okay, I think we are good. So next now to do, I'm going to make this a component for okay. I'm going to make it a component and add Boolean property to it. I'm going to just add Boolean property. I'm going to add a swap instance, which I feel like is not really necessary. But we're just going to go ahead and add swap instance because this icon is a component icon. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and add like instance property to it. So we're going to create. We already gone over this before. The next I want to make this icon a boolean property so I can be able to like toggle on and off. Then we're good to go. The next thing I want to do, I'm going to create a variant of this. So this should be our active let me see nav text. This should be our active. It's actually showing that the user is currently on home page. Yeah. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to make this a default where we are not on that page. How will the navigation text look like? So I'm going to go ahead and remove the stroke that we have added. We are going to maybe reduce the color a bit, but we don't have different variation of this color. So I'm just going to reduce the opacity, let me say to 80. That is why it's always good for you to have all your colors ready. Then for this, our home, I really want it to pop. And I'm going to make it, let me say, medium, which is okay. So we are good to go now. So I'm going to just pick one. You actually go to your asset and asset everything, property and pick it. So for this one, I'm going to name, this one is already home. So I'm going to duplicate it. Uh-huh. And I'm going to change it to default state. Okay. Then I'm going to write, since this is an Edu platform, so we're going to have resources. Uh, resources. Then we're going to also have, I think we should just leave this about black. Yeah. Yeah, so once you change the text to reflect it. The next we're going to have is there's not really like a must that you must do it the way I'm doing it with a Boolean property and all that. It's just because I don't like coming back to do the work over again. So I try to create everything possible in case I need it later. About us. So the next one we're going to have now is okay, let's say blogs, blogs. So next one we're going to have is contact us in case we want to reach out. So contact us. Okay. So the next one we're going to have now is we'll add the button of get started. So go to assets and type button since we have our button ready. So we just click it and keep it here. Okay, so on our button now I'm going to write get started. Get started. Our button is responsive. Started. So started. Next one I'm going to do now, I feel like this button is too let me check the width 0.105. So I'll just work with 140 and I'm going to be consistent with it for now. Okay. Let's just work with 200. I think 200 is fair, depending on what you want. 150. Okay. So I'm going to add this here. So we have our navigation test ready and we have our logo. We also have our button for user to get started with. So I'm going to group elements that are related with auto layout. I'm going to highlight all of them and I'm going to add shift A. Then I'm going to make the space in between them to be let me say 48. Okay, let's take it down to 54. So I think this is okay for now. The next thing we are going to do, we have grouped this, so we're going to name it navigation. Depending on your naming, nav content. The nav test. That's what I want to name it. Then I'm going to go ahead and group everything with auto layout again. Yeah. The next thing I want to do, I want to add a vertical padding. Let me say vertical padding of 20 and horizontal padding of let's say 80. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to use our alignment tool and align to the top. The next I want to do now, I'm going to go ahead and add a field to it. So let me just take it out here so that we'll see our map. So our navigation is ready. So I'm going to go ahead and name it navigation item. Please always name your frame properly. So we can actually go ahead, like I'm designing like a full website, you can actually go ahead now and make it a component and design different variation, add different variants to it. Like when it's on resource, this should be outlined, and when it's in about, this should be outlined and all that. But since we're just focusing on responsive for now, but if you're working on your own personal, you have to design for everything. This one, when somebody clicks on resources, what should happen? I think the line will leave the home and go to resources, but we will not really go in depth. So I'm just going to put our navigation bar here and align it to the center. Yeah, I think we are good. The next thing we are going to do now, we're going to design the hero section. So the hero section is more like the first page you land on a website. Yes. So the first page that you land on a website is actually like the landing page. Then the first section of the landing page is for the hero section. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take a frame here. Let's take a frame. I'm going to name this frame hero session. I'm also going to add like a fill to it, a fill of white. But I really want this our navigation to stand out a little. So I'm going to go ahead and let me see, add a stroke to it. But some people also add shadow, depending on what you want. Let's add a stroke to it. But if it's not fine, we'll take it out. So I'm going to put it bottom. Yeah. But I'm going to reduce the stroke size to 0.5, that the line is not too thick so that you can barely even notice that it's there. So I'm going to take out the grid and let's see what we have for now. Okay, it's not really visible like that, but it's actually good to go. So we have our navigation. The next thing we're going to have now, we're going to go ahead and design the hero section. So I'm going to add my grid back. For the hero section, so we're going to do something a little bit basic. So we're just going to have like text and maybe text and image here to work with. So I'm going to take my text to, yeah, I'm going to write, so okay, I actually have like content, remember, okay, let me zoom out and see if I have that content here, yes. So I think I created like some, I'm not really sure it's complete, but for the part that we don't have complete, I'm going to, I'm going to use the dummy test to complete it. I'm going to place it by the side here. Then let's zoom in again. Okay. So I'm going to pick so the content for this editors. For the hero section, I want the header text there to be empower your learning journey. So I'm just going to copy it. So you can actually have your content ready, or you can just get really good with your text and you know what your user, the kind of content you want. You can actually um work with that. So this actually have a bullet points. I'm going to just take it out. The next thing I want to do now, because it's a header test, this is more like our H1 test. So I'm going to use our biggest header here, which is 64. Okay, which is actually very big. But remember in our last class, we only did styling for regular, but I really want this to really pop out. So I'm going to use semi-bold. Then I'm going to change it to our black, the black that we are using, the black that is in our design system. So I'm going to this text actually like occupying like space. So I'm going to, okay, so I'm going to shift this so that it's 80. Remember that our margin is actually 80. The next I'm going to have like a subheading text. I think I have also here, okay, or you can actually use, let me just go ahead and use it. I'm going to make the boolean bullet point, sorry, I'm not saying, yes, okay. I'm going to reduce this a bit. I want to increase the line height a bit, so I'm just going to use 140%, so that it's enough look closer. So then 160, 160. Like I said, your bigger text will have smaller percentage, while your smaller text will have bigger percentage. I'm going to close this a little. So for this one, I'm actually using the auto of 140 or 120. Okay, so this is actually big. So let's use 140. Yeah, I think this is better for now. The next thing we're going to like add a button that says get started, or learn more. Yes, so let's say get started. In case I don't want to go through the navigation, I can actually click on this button and to take me to get started. So yeah, so I'm just going to highlight shift A. So I want the space in between multiple of four. I want the space in between two. Oh, please let's confirm that you can hear me. I think I was muted.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Please, are
Go
you
ahead.
following? Okay. Oh, so the next thing I'm going to do, I use auto layout and I put the spacing in between to be 24. Remember, this is where you need to use your spacers very well. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to also like add auto layout to this now. And I'm going to do the space in between to be 34 since they're not really closely related. I'm going to okay. So next I'm going to add a frame that will contain image. So okay. So I'm going to add so that we can see it. I'll also take it out later. Okay. So you must always make sure that your frame is not going above your margin. Maintain consistency. So you have to zoom in sometimes to see it. Yeah, so the next thing I'm just going to go ahead and add image here. So I'm going to use a plugin. Okay, what did I do now? So I'm going to go ahead and use a plugin. So let's say Flash or Free Pick. So let's use Free Pick since we have not used it before. Uh, okay. Let's see, it's station. This is the kind of image I'll see. So let's see if we can actually work. Let's look for a better image that we can use. Okay, it's not really working. I think we'll just pick one and work with. Let's see if this can, if this will go. So once you click on it, it will load. Give it time to load. Uh, but I don't really want, I don't want this page to be blank. Um, and I feel like this image is too much. I'm going to move it a little. Okay. I just want to see if it's scale. So I'm going to change it to 80. And always avoid decimals in your design. Let me check this out. You know we're having, okay, let me just move it a little. So this is 81. Okay, okay, this is 80. But I don't want this page to just be blank. So I'm going to take out the fill here. I'm going to take this to the back. Yeah, and I'm going to just do something a little bit mm, mm, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add a corner radius because from our buttons we are working with corner radius. They have to continue with it and be consistent. Okay, let me see how this page actually looks for now. Mm, not bad. Well, let me just take out this editing. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to name this frame hero content, the video session content. Then we're going to also group this together. So once I highlight it, I left click, I'm going to put it on a frame selection. Let's say image and background, image, and background. Okay. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to um put it in an auto layout, shift A. Uh-huh. So the spacing in between is which is not bad. So this is actually okay. I'm going to yeah. So we have our hero session already. The next thing we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and this actually looking white. Okay, we just go play around with all the colors until we go forward. So next we are going to like create another session. Let me say the session can be why choose us, about us. So I'm just going to increase my frame height again, my desktop frame height. And I'm going to take another frame here. And I'm going to put it here. Okay. So it's actually overlapping with our hero. So I'm just going to quickly change the color. So let's see if we can work with this color. No, what's happening? I've deleted it, so let me add it again. Go ahead and put white scissors. I'm going to add a few to it. Let's use a color that is close to our color that we're working with. Yeah. So I'm going to the space in between these. I just leave it at 8. I don't really want to close it for now. For now. The next we are going to do, I'm going to take this test now. I'll just play around with it. Uh, so I'm going to place it here. Okay, what happened there? Copy, Control C. I'm going to place it here, paste here. Yeah, so this one is white scissors. Um, yes. I'm going to, yes. So even the content beneath it, I'm just going to center align it. I'm going to the space between the beginning of this frame and this space. I want it to be, let's say, uh, let's say 28 or let's say 32. So this text is actually black. That's why it's looking the way it's looking now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put it in black again. So this is white scissors. So next thing I'm going to go ahead and do now is for an edge. I think I also have some. Okay, that's quality resources. So if you use this platform, you're going to have quality resources. So let's just play around with it. So let's take my pencil here and write quality resources. Okay. I'm going to make the chest to be 24. Yes. I'm going to make it medium. So I'm going to go ahead and get a test for quality resources. Let me see. We have like more tests here. Okay. I will take my pencil and write. Is this text actually small? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and make it let's say 18. And I'm going to increase the line height to 160 percentage. That's what I'm working with across. The next one, I want to add like icon to this section. An icon that actually say quality resources. So let's say book, since it's an edu site. So let's say this. I'm going to click book here. But for that, I want to use a frame and make like a circle. I'm just going to make it, let's say 64. I don't hope, just hope it's not too big. 64. And I'm also going to make the corner radius 64. Instead of using like an eclipse, I'm going to use a circle to play around with it. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my icon and put it in here and align it to the center and align properly. So I'm trying to create a card here. It's also layout. So I want this text to be a bit okay. It's actually shouting because it's in 00. So we go back to our graph. Yeah. Okay. And this actually working. So I'm going to go ahead and change this icon to our color, primary color. I'm going to put it in auto layout. I'm going to make the space in between to be 16. How this works. And I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to highlight, okay. I'm going to highlight everything and put it on auto layout again. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead. I think we should put this in center. So I'm going to go ahead and I think this button is actually good. Let's bring this down to 54 and see how it looks. Let me zoom in. Okay. So I've added this to an auto layout. I'm going to make the space in between to be 32. Yeah, okay. Then I'm going to add a 32 horizontal pattern and see how it goes. Okay. I'm going to change this to whole content. Yeah. This is 32. Not really do the work, but let's see. how it goes. So, all right. So I'm going to let me remove this from auto layout. Something is actually wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and add this one to auto layout. All right, so that it's be the same. Then I'm going to highlight both of them and add horizontal padding of 32 and a vertical padding of 32. And I'm going to make this to hug content. Yeah, I think this is okay. And let's see. Mm, not bad. But I really want this to be. Let's add 16 here and see. That's probably works. Let's add 16 here. I think we just do this. I'm going to make it to hug content. But I think this card is okay. So now, then we're going to put a fill of white. What is our white? So now this white is actually like affecting our icon circle. So I'm going to go ahead and add like a stroke to it. But this stroke, okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and add a corner radius of 4 to this. The space in between here is 22, so we can actually go down to 20. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this. Mm, okay, let's leave this outside. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this. Then you can three places, maybe change the content or just leave it like that. The spacing here, we can actually reduce it to 16. It's actually looking so much. Then this text is too big. So we actually work with our header, let's say header 4, but we'll change it to medium or semi bold. Yeah, I think this is okay for now. So the next thing, quality and easy search can actually offer, let me say, engaging learning. Let me see. Control V. Um, engaging, sorry, learning. It's actually affecting our phone. So I'm going to leave this as fifth. So I'm going to leave this test as fifth instead of 4. Um, engaged learning. Let's see. Okay. The next thing I'm going to have is I'll just duplicate the second one and work with it. I think we are good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and use auto layout now. And I'm going to make, let's click on our grid and see how this looks. Okay. So the spacing in between is 15. Let's increase it a little. Put this in the center and see how it's looking now. So I'm going to the spacing in between our white scissors and let's leave it as 40 for now. Then I'm going to go ahead and reduce this section and maybe add a city of lemon. Okay, that is 58. I'm going to go ahead and copy this button and put it here, paste here. So this we actually take it to, let me say, the service page. What is actually the services that we render? So let's say learn more. But this button might not really work here. I think let's play around with other buttons that we have. Um, let's also turn off our grid and see if it's actually okay. It's not bad. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in auto layout. Auto layout actually helps me with my alignment. So this is 40. I can actually make the spacing here to the 40. And I'll put it in the center. And we are good to go. Yeah. So we're actually going to go ahead now and you see our time. Let me go ahead and do another session. Let me see why choosers or so I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this hero session. Sometimes if you actually have like a template, you don't need to design again. And maybe something similar to what you want to design. Okay. I'm just going to come here and paste it. Bring it here. So I'm going to name this session. We didn't name this session properly. So this session is why choosers. Us. The next section we have is, let's say, about us. About us. Right. So I'm going to make this distance, the spacing between here and here going to be, what we have in mind now, something is overlapping. So I'm going to go ahead. I added 8 to the former one, so I'm going to go ahead and add 8 again. So this section now, we can actually name it about us. So let's see what to put here. So I can actually go ahead and use auto layout. Since this is auto layout, I'm going to swap the location, this thing. But I don't want the background to show like our hero, so I'm going to go ahead. So we have background. I'm going to go ahead and delete the background here. So this for here now, we're going to have our mission and vision, but I'm going to remove it from auto layout for now. So remove from auto layout. So let's say our mission, okay, our vision. So this is about our section, yeah. Our mission, okay. Let me zoom in a little. So this page, we're going to play around here. Before that, I'm going to use a text to write about us. About us here. Yeah, but I want to change the color a bit to our color. So let's see. Our mission. Let's just use it as our mission. Let me just play around with this text. Since I don't really have, I don't want us to work with long instance. I just want us to just use our own fonts. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it from auto layout first. First, let me see in auto layout. That's why it's acting up. So I'm going to, okay. I'm going to reduce this. This is actually very big. So we're going to go down to our typography. Let's say 32. Okay, 32 is not bad. Not bad. Or let's say 40. Okay, 40 is fair. So let's make it medium. Uh-huh. Um, I'm going to increase this a little. So this is actually about, let me say, about us at EduTech. EduTech. Alright. So the next thing I want to do now is I'm going to use auto layout. I don't even need this button yet. I think I'll just push it down. So I'm going to duplicate this now. Mm. I can actually make this page better, but since you're not really looking at anything, so yeah. Okay. So this let's name this our mission, our vision, sorry. Vision. Okay. Then I'm going to use auto layout to put these two together. I'm going to put a space in between to be 20. Okay. Okay. 24. Now let's go all the way 32. Right. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to the auto layout here. So I'm going to make this 16. So the user will actually know this is about us here, but actually like small text. Then I'm going to go ahead and put our text here, our icon here, and I'm going to, let's say 32 again. All right, so we have this section. The next one I want to do now, I'm going to use auto layout. We're going to remove this from that frame that we added it to before. So I'm going to remove it from the frame. So we're going to go ahead and change the image. Let's say student. Mm, okay. Right. Hope you are following. Okay. Um, okay. Please, I would like to get your reaction in the chat if you are following. So I use auto layout here. Somebody is asking how you got to auto layout. So wow. Okay. Um, so we're going to actually increase the spacing here and see if the spacing will not be much. Let's turn on our grid and see how this page is looking. Uh-huh. So I think we're going to play around a bit just to cover the spacing that we have. So I'm going to remove this from auto layout. I think after here now, I'm going to remove this from auto layout here. Let's play around with this image. Let's make it something creative. So I'm going to remove this entirely. Let's say take a frame and put here. Let's be sure we are following our spacing, our margin. Okay, let me zoom in a little. Nothing is making it. Okay, so we're going to, yeah, so I'm going to reduce this again. Now I'm going to like add a stroke to this page. I don't know if this is actually going to be fine, but we'll try it out. It's not fine, we'll take it out. So I'm going to, so I think I'll reduce this frame a little. Then I'm going to duplicate this frame. Just me trying trying my creative site. All right, so I'm going to add like an image here. Just hope it's actually nice. So let's go ahead and add like image. Let's say students in sorry, class. Um, okay, let's this fine going to see. All right. Mm, all right. That stroke is not really nice here. So let's go ahead and add, let me say, students. Just I'm just looking for like images that are related to education in general. So you can actually like ask his students sitting down receiving lecture, and you actually see better images. Mm, okay, it's not really working here. Not working here. Okay, it's not really doing the work that I wanted to do. Okay, let's think of something better to put in that section now. If I leave it like this, it's going to like, we don't really need that scope. We're going to have a lot of space in here and we don't need it. Um, if I increase it, it's going to be funny. So I'm just going to take this off here, duplicate it and do something like this. So let's look for a better image that will actually go here. Uh, mm, okay. Mm, mhm. That image is not coming up. Let's see. So I'm going to zoom out and see how this page is actually looking. Mm-hmm. Not really nice. So I think we just manage it. So I'm going to use actually sorry, I'm going to use I'm going to highlight put it in a frame selection. Okay. And I'm going to use auto layout to do the two sides together. Uh-huh. So I'm going to center align it and see. So we still have let's see the side is so this is 79. So let's zoom in. It's 79. So we have like one pixel that actually missing here. So I'm going to shift it back. So this is 80 now. So here we're going to color it back. So this is okay. This is not doing the work. I'm going to reduce the spacing here, push it inside a little. This is 85 now. Wow. So we have like 0.5 let me make phone. Hmm, let me zoom in. Sometimes you have to zoom in like very well to actually see what the problem is. Uh-huh. Yeah, you have to like put it on your. So let's make this to hub. What did I do? So this one, yes, so we're still having 81. Where's the mouse? Okay. Let's put it as hold and see. Okay. Better. Okay, we are good to go. So we're done with this section and we're done with the other section. So I'm going to align vertical center so that I'll actually see what we have done. Sorry, I don't know why this is actually doing this. Let's see. Okay, it's 80 now. So you have to be checking your alignment every time. Sometimes you feel like it's actually now it's equal with our margin. So because of what we're working on is actually like responsive design. I think we'll just stop here and do for the other screen. So we'll not really compete. I don't really like this image. Let's go ahead and change this image. I don't like that image there. Let's say school, nothing to work. Let's see this one. Okay. Mhm. We can actually leave it like this, or we can actually leave it like this. I feel like center is okay, so that it's balanced a little. The next thing we're going to have is our footer, but I'm not really going to go ahead and design that page. So I'm going to take a pen again. Um, so I click on the pen tool. I'm just going to just pretend that we have a footer here and just leave it as footer. So I'm going to name this footer. But if we design a full landing page, we might not really have time. So I'm going to go ahead. So this is about us. Okay, this is our footer. This is why chooses content. Always name your frames. They actually help you when you're doing your prototype and when you start doing prototype. So you don't have to see frame everywhere. So best practice is just to name everything. Not just like half frame here at all. So let's say this is image. So what do we have? So this is so most people can just name it image, say about image, about us image. Okay. So you're supposed to like name everything. So now that we are done with the desktop view, right? I'm going to stop here. This is not like a full landing page, what a full landing page should look like. This is more like a demo so that we can actually do responsiveness across other screens. So that we following, let's indicate. Somebody is always there get glitch from. Hey, okay. So if you are following, indicate in the chat. Okay. Somebody is following. Somebody says magic. Goodness. Sorry. Now that we are done with our web view, so we're going to go ahead. I don't need this content again. I don't know why. So we're going to go ahead and do for the other screen. So we're going to do the mobile first, then we'll do the this thing. We'll do the tablet. Yeah. So we'll do the mobile, we'll do the tablet. So we are going to Go to our frame and go to tablet. So this is tablet. Let's use this one here. So we are going to also design for mobile. I have to go to my frame and click on mobile phone. Sorry, let's use iPhone 13, 14, depending. You can just depend on the one you want to work with. So this is our tablet view, and this is our mobile view. Please, I don't want to see frame names. Always label your frames properly. So think we should just do for the tablet first. Okay, let's do for the mobile first before we now do the tablet on. So let's just make it fast a little bit. So for your mobile view, you might not really get exactly what you what is on the desktop. You might sometimes in some cases it might not be the same. Some cases it might be similar depending on the kind of product you're working on. So we're going to go ahead and pick our Almighty logo. And we're going to put it so we're going to turn on our grid, a grid that we have, our mobile grid. So we're going to put okay, paste here. So let's put it here and see. So I'm zooming in a little so that we'll see this better. Let's check the spacing. Our grid was actually let's see. I think the grid system we used was the margin here was 20. But let's confirm. So I'm going to detach and see. Yeah, okay, our margin was 16. Oh, okay, tricky. It might not really work for this website, but let's just use it like that. That's why you need to know the kind of website you are working on, the kind of view that this system that works for it. This might not really work, but we just try it out. So next thing we're going to have, since it's a mobile view, you don't need this home resources, about us, blog, contact us again. So you're going to represent it with like a menu icon. But this icon is actually this our logo is actually looking too big. I'm going to scale it down a little, just use the scale tool and scale it to here, which I feel like it's too big, but do with that. So I'm going to go to our assets and look for menu icon, menu. Okay, we have. So I'm going to go ahead and put it here. Yes. Then I'm going to use auto layout. Okay, let's say shift A. Let's check if it is um this is 1716. That means something is wrong somewhere. So you want to click on your auto and hover on the element that you want to adjust. You see the size in okay, I think it's 1616, so we are good to go. Okay, we are good to go. I can use auto here, see how auto works. Okay. The next thing I want to do now, I'm going to go ahead and add like a padding. So for the other one, we added, let me just let's play around. Let's say 8. Okay. Then we're going to do the horizontal padding of 16. I don't really do the work. So I'm going to move it from auto. This also is giving us. I'm going to do a horizontal padding of 16. I'm going to make this to hug content. All right. I'm going to use the align top. I think I'll just adjust this manually. Mm, okay. Yeah. Okay, so we have 16 here and we have 16 here. So this menu now have actually represented all the um content that we all the content navigation content that we have. That means once the person clicks on this menu, the person should be able to see the sources about us and all that. So this is not our black, so I'm going to use our black, or this is our blue. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and add like a fill to this. Let me take it out. I think I have a fill. So we're going to add like a fill to it. I'm going to bring it back here. And I'm going to align top. Okay. So now that we are done with this, our header side. So the next thing we're going to do now, we're going to try and resize all this to fit in our mobile view. So that when the developer comes to design, he will see what he looks on the mobile and see what he looks on the web. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. We actually have the picture in your gallery. You can just, so I'm going to duplicate this a little. So I'm going to remove it from on group. I just want the picture. I don't need that background here. I'm going to delete this. So I want the image to come first before the text, depending on what you want. So I'm going to use my scale tool and scale it down. Or you can actually do it like this. So there are two ways that you can actually do it. So I'm going to use a rectangle, sorry, a frame here. I want to get the size in between here. Sorry, the width. So this is three. So this is 346. So either we click on this and make it 346. Is it 346 that we go? Who remembers? Let me just 343. Sorry. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to make this 343 and to do all Control Z, or I can just use my scale, but scale might actually put you in the wrong spot, like you start having decimal. So most times it's actually good for you to like input it manually when you know the size. 343. Okay. Yeah. So next we are going to have now. If you feel like this image is long, you can actually like use a scale and scale it down. For me, I feel like it's even long now. So you just depending on what works for you and okay. I use my scale, but I'll arrange it on the other side. Or I can just get this image again if I know this image. So I think we just get this image or we just reduce the height. Let's reduce the height to 403. Okay, 400 is fair. So I did that manually. If I'm scaling, I'm having decimal. So most times I don't really scale. I try to get the the width and the height of the plate I want my image to fit in. So the spacing between the header, now our navigation bar and the chest, I can actually leave it as okay, let's say 20, or we can actually do 24 and leave it here like this. So let's say okay, so the next thing we're going to have now, we're going to go ahead and add our text. So I'm just going to copy this text, or you can actually do it manually. So it depends on what you are comfortable with. So you copy it and try like adjusting it to suit a a font size that is suitable for. I still feel like this image is small. So let's do 380 and see, or 360. I think this is fair now. So it seems too long. Just imagine on a screen, I just see image occupying half of. Let's do what with 300. Yes. 1500 is fair. So we're going to go, I'm going to come here and paste this our text here. So I'm going to go ahead now and reduce the font size. So for my mobile, I want to use a font size of 24. So let's go, we have 24 in our, so we do, but I'm going to change it back to our semi, let me say medium, no, no, medium is fair. I'm going to, um, sorry. For this one should also still be 16, since 16 is fair. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust it a little, adjust it a little. Then we're going to call content here. We're going to, okay, go ahead and reduce this too. Alright. So we're going to make this center align. So it will not look funny, but I really feel like, it actually remove everything and do it individually just because I want us to be a little bit fast. So I'm going to, let's remove the auto layout. Sorry guys. So I'll not confuse us. Let's go ahead and remove all the auto layouts. If you have enough time, so I'm going to go ahead and make this center too. Okay. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to use auto layout now. Shift A. And I'm going to increase the spacing in between to let's say 16 and see how it looks. We are going to put it in the center. Let's increase it a little and for content and see. So we're having decimal. So let's move this to 25 here. We don't have decimal again. So the space in between here and this, you can just leave it as 20 and 16 is not bad. So next we're going to have like a button here, our button. So we actually make this button, make it 24. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do this with auto layout. I'm going to put this 12. Let's see. Hmm. Let's fill content and see. Fill. Okay. So we are following. All right. So we are done with the hero session. So the next thing we are going to do now, I'm going to increase this a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and add this session quickly. So take a frame here. Add a frame here. All right. I'm going to change the fill color to what's on our well, landing page. Fit in between here and here. I can actually leave it at 16. Should not be bad for now. Then we can then pick each of these. So I'm going to pick this test. Okay, when we apply the I'm going to place it here, adjust it before we move it. So I'm going to take this test. Going to resize this a little. Resize it. Okay. 40 is actually too big for a mobile view. So I can actually go down to 20 or 22. So the distance between this and this frame, I want it to be, let's say, 40. See what happens. Okay, let's take out this frame. So when something like that happens, like you're trying to put an element on a frame and it's not working, so you just have to copy that element, click on the frame and paste it. It will be, or you can do it on the left panel, but you don't have time for that. So if you're having such problem, I feel like the chest is not really inside your frame. Actually, like take it out, copy it and paste it inside the frame. So let's delete this one. We don't need it. So the next one we need like a body test. Yeah. So we say body test of 16, 14. Not bad. Let's say 14. Oh, this test is actually very long. So I'm going to go to the end and resize it to fit my frame. I'm going to increase this. Okay. This test is actually very big for white choosers, but you just leave it like that for the purpose of this class. So let's say the skin spacing between, what is spacing between here? This one, the 16. I actually work with 8 and see. Okay. So we are going to pick these frames. I'm going to go ahead and add this from here now. Space in between this section and this section, let's leave it as 20 for now. From the beginning to the end, let's give it as 32. If you notice, I'm working in multiple of 4, multiple of, and I'm trying to be consistent. So I'm going to pick our card here. So copy this card here. I'm going to paste it here and see. Let's put it horizontally and see. So let's see. Okay, I think we have that button. So I'm going to remove it from the auto layout. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and reduce the padding to 16 instead of for each of them. So I'm just going to I'm going to highlight all of them at once instead of doing it. I reduce the padding to 16 for each of them and let's see how it goes. I'm not sure I click on this one. So this is 16. This is not wrong with this. Hmm. So this is 16, this is 16. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Spacing in between this is 16. So it's definitely wrong with this part, but I don't want to waste our time. So just what is what we have now. So I'm going to put these three in auto layout. Shift A. I'm going to put the spacing in between the, let's say, 20. And I'm going to vertical layout. Yeah, that's why auto layout is actually easy to use. Let's see whether this actually fits in. It's not still working. I think you can actually reduce it again. Reduce the padding, vertical padding. Let's say, okay, still in 32. We didn't even reduce it. So let's say 16, 16 and see. 16. So let's put it now and see if it works. All right. So we have a little problem. It's not really giving us our 16 pixels. It's giving us 15. That means we need to reduce the width of each of them. So we're going to do that manually. So I'm going to, let's say 14 and see if, no, actually breaking the, let's use 12. 14 is not, 12 and see. I'm going to bring it down a little. So let's see. Uh, um, so we're going to increase our frame. We're also going to increase our other frame, the one that is housing it. Yes. So the spacing in between white scissors and these, I can actually leave it as, let's say 32, so it's breathe. Yes. So next, we are going to add like our button here. We're not going to copy this button. Button actually remains the same because the button we are using is not too big. The size is 44. You can actually go for a mobile, but sometimes you can use that say that your thumb is actually big. So when you're designing for people, older generation people like our parents, you know that most of them they actually have these thumb and all that. You actually consider that during your research. So okay. So I'm going to make the spacing to also be 32. Uh-huh. So I'm going to do the last session. The last session, I actually want to work with this image like this. I'm going to resize it. Hope you understand it. Let's indicate in the chat. If you're following, please let me get your reaction in the chat. Please following. Okay, any Ibrahim that is following. Hope you're not sleeping. Please let's wake up. Okay, partially following you. Bumper to bumper. All right, okay. So let's continue. So the next thing we're going to do, see our mobile view is actually looking like our the web view. So we're going to go ahead. But I'm having a problem with this white scissors. It's not really coming out the way I want it to come out. So like instead of this being medium, I think we can actually leave it as bold here. So let's say 40. So the next session we're going to have is about us. So we're going to go ahead now. I'm going to go ahead and take this here. Okay, now off your video. Let me just zoom in. I don't, any idea? Who has an idea how we are going to present this session? If you have an idea how we can present this session, you can actually type it in the chat. So I'm going to copy this test. We're going to put another frame here for why, sorry, about us. So I'm going to take the pen tool and I'm going to put about us here. So I'm going to, this should be my smallest text, more like a caption text. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to put it back to like a medium. Okay. Somebody say the image is on first. Okay. Okay, somebody say my cursor is fast. I'll just try and slow down a little, but we actually like behind. The next time I'm going to take this image now. I'm going to be a little bit fast. So I'm going to take this image. Um, I'm not sure I would like to put the image first, but let's see. Let's see if it can actually work. Paste here. So I'm going to scale. I'm going to just quickly scale this a little to the center. So we have our 343. Okay, it's not work. Can't work. Let me turn on the grid. Um, hmm, this is in the center. Let's increase it a little. Let's do it again. Center. Um, okay, 343. Let's see. Let's see if it works now. I think we are okay. 15. But I don't want this to come first. I really want our test to come. Um, might not really be nice. Maybe we just do test image test and see. Does not work. Then I'm not going to copy this. Let's just take out this image for now. Since we already have the size. So I'm going to go ahead. Okay, that's on scale. So let's use the move to movie. Let's say hog. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the center align. And I really do the work. Uh, okay. 3, 4, 2, and 3. So let's put this in the center too. Okay, let's view. Let's put the side. If you're sticking with side, you have to stick with side because moving with center, we have to move with center. So I think we'll just leave it at side for now. Since the image is already distracting enough. Then the next thing I'm going to have, I'm going to go ahead and add this thing here. But this text is actually very big. So I can actually come down to our 22. Since we're using, let's say 22. We use 22 somewhere. So 22. Then I'm going to go ahead and add our image here. Looking strange. But let's see. I'm going to use auto layout and group this together. Let's say 15. So this should also be left. I'm moving it left. That should be consistent. Left. Okay. So let's move it a little. So I'm going to make this distance to be 32. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this Ctrl D. And I'm going to put one beneath. Can it work? Okay. So our screen, we need to increase the screen. might not really work. I'm going to go ahead and remove it from auto layout, and I just want one text to be beneath and one text to be above. So I'm going to remove from auto layout. Let's click remove from auto layout here on group. So I'm going to go ahead and put these three items in auto layout. But I want one to be beneath. So this is vision. Vision. Yeah, so we have this auto layout here. Then I'm going to go ahead and make this an auto layout. So okay, so this time is let's leave it as 12 for now. But I want the distance between this animation image and this to be a little bit bigger. Let's say 28. Okay. Okay. I think we are okay. So the next thing we're going to have like a get started icon. Sorry, button. I'm going to go ahead and still put it here. Oh my god. Copy it, paste here. I'm still going to increase our frame a little. Uh-huh. So I want the spacing in between here to be let's say 32. But the spacing between our mission and vision is a little is big for a mobile view. So I think I'll go down to 20. So these are the things that you must always check. You can also like when you're doing, you can also like, okay, let me view it and see how it's looking. Um, so I'm just going to take another thing and do our footer. Okay. If you do this thing for me, you will get 0. Don't do it. Don't even try. Another thing, my the blue one is footer. I will not accept it. You have to design every single thing. Don't be like me. Be better. Okay. Um. Okay. So we are done with So Vera, thank you so much. We are done with the web and the mobile. So I think we'll stop here because if we do the tablet, we may not really finish up. So we'll stop here for tonight on the mobile responsiveness. If you have a question relating to mobile responsiveness, you can just quickly ask me relevant questions. Okay, let's have it. Uh, so if you have a question now, you can unmute your mic. You can raise up your hand and ask. So when you're still on it, you can actually like check out how our website is looking when we're waiting for people. You can actually check out how it's looking. So we're going to present it. So let's, if I click on this prototype, so let's click on prototype. It's going to ask me, I'm going to click on show prototype settings. I just want us to see how it's looking. So the device is desktop. So we're going to look for our desktop. Desktop. Oh, I'm not seeing desktop. Nice. Is it me? I think there's no desktop here. If you can see it, help me out in the chat. Thank you. Okay, let's just present it with a MacBook Air and see how it looks. So we're going to play and see. Let's see. Mm, no. No. It's actually like playing our icon because it's not a prototype. So I think we'll get there. Sorry, picking everything. So let's say mm, we really need to use a desktop frame. It won't work. I think we should just check the mobile one for now. So this one, I'm going to select a frame that I want for it. I think we use 14 or 13. Okay, I'm clean. This is, I'm also looking for a frame. Let's see. Yeah, so this is actually nice. Yeah. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can raise up your hand now and ask. Or if you don't have a question, then we can just call it a night and we'll see you guys in the next class. In the absence of no other questions, enjoy the rest of your evening and see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.